Vin. Vin. Are you ready for another story? This one is called VinVin and the Easterland Rescue. Another bedtime adventure with Snaky Snake. Read by Daddy. Written by Daddy. It was another quiet night. VinVin lay tucked up in bed, warm under the covers, with his friend and soft toy Snaky Snake curled up beside him like a soft green scarf. The only light in the room came from the faint glow of the nightlight, casting gentle shadows on the wall. Snaky lifted his head and whispered, "You ready for another bedtime adventure?" Vin yawned and nodded.
Where are we going this time?
"Close your eyes and you'll find out," Snaky replied with a mischievous smile. VinVin shut his eyes, and within seconds the world around him faded. A soft breeze brushed past his cheeks, and when he opened his eyes, he was no longer in bed. He was standing in the middle of a strange and wonderful land. Rolling hills stretched out in every direction, covered in colourful grass and giant chocolate eggs.
Wow!
Gasped Vin, staring at the eggs dotted around as if they were trees. "Whoa, this place is excellent," Snaky said, chuckling at his own joke. Then from behind one of the eggs appeared a jolly fellow. It was their old friend Shark Wizard. "Hello, VinVin, thank goodness you've come," said the wizard, wringing his flipper hands. "We have an Easter emergency."
What's wrong?
asked VinVin, concerned. Shark Wizard sighed. "The Easter Bunny has been locked out of Easterland. A grumpy bridge troll is blocking the main gate, and he won't budge. He says the bunny used his bridge without asking, and now he's taken revenge by falling asleep right in the middle of it." Snaky chimed in. "Wait, he's asleep? That's his big revenge?" "He's a very heavy sleeper," Shark Wizard replied. "No one can wake him, and without access to Easterland, the bunny can't deliver his eggs in time." Vin stomped his foot.
We'll deliver them ourselves.
Shark Wizard raised an eyebrow. "You'll need a way to get over the wall without the troll moving."
I got an idea.
said Vin.
We built Marble Run.
VinVin stared at the block gate, then up at the troll. Colourful eggs scattered the hills. "We're gonna need a serious plan," muttered Snaky as he pondered the plan ahead. So Vin turned to Shark Wizard.
So, Wizard, can magic building stuff?
"Absolutely," Shark Wizard said, spinning his wand in a circle with a poof of sparkles. A pile of strange but useful objects appeared. Curved candy canes, rainbow slides, chocolate pipes, sticky gum, and marshmallow pads. Vin clapped.
Perfect.
He and Snaky got to work. It was hard work, even with Shark Wizard's magic help, and the marble run looked like it was going to be very small and not big enough for an egg to roll down. After what felt like ages, they stood back and looked what they'd made. A long, winding marble run, starting from a hilltop, weaving through twists and turns, and arching over the rainbow gate with a final jump. Vin sat on a marshmallow bench and looked over the flimsy marble run.
It's good. But stronger and bigger.
Snaky nodded to agree. Vin turned to Shark Wizard.
Need help,
he said. Shark Wizard twirled his wand thoughtfully. Hands that help make hard work light, so send me someone who can make this right. Vin's face lit up.
Milo!
He shouted with excitement as his cousin appeared.
I got Marble Run to build. Can you help?
Milo gave a cheeky smile and nodded, and then, as a team, they reinforced the marble run and made it strong. With Milo on the team, everything sped up. He was a whirlwind of energy, tying down red licorice ropes to secure the marble run. Then Shark Wizard muttered another spell to make the marble run huge. Milo and Vin even tested the slides to make sure everything was okay. Everything was now complete. It twisted through hoops and bounced over soft sponge ramps and soared clean over the sleeping troll and gate. The Easter Bunny stood nearby, his eyes wide with hope and disbelief.
This might actually work,
he whispered to himself. Now it was time to gather the eggs. Shark Wizard was going to cast spells to gather them at the start of the marble run, and Vin and Milo would set each one going until the eggs were to the Easter Bunny. But then Snaky, being his mischievous self, whispered, "Perhaps we should try a few, just to make sure they're okay," and winked. Vin and Milo looked at each other and tucked in. Soon their faces were covered in chocolate, and Shark Wizard was still busy gathering all the eggs. Suddenly, a cackle.
"I've come for your toffee bags."
The boys stopped chewing.
"Oh no, not again,"
said Snaky Snake. Mola the Tooth Goblin had appeared.
"The sugar from the chocolate will rot your teeth, so Mr. Mola has come to cause grief."
Snaky hissed. Vin and Milo looked panicked. Shark Wizard was now alerted and quickly cast a spell. "Silence this goblin. Make him hush. Give our heroes a big toothbrush." All of a sudden, VinVin and Milo stood there with large toothbrushes. Mola stepped back with a look of fear in his eyes.
Let's get him,
roared Vin, and both Milo and Vin lurched forward with their large toothbrushes in hand, ready to fend off the smelly goblin.
"You win this time, but I'll be back. Mark my words,"
sneered Mola as he lifted his own wand and in a puff of smoke vanished. "We think we should probably get a shift on getting these eggs here to the Easter Bunny now, boys. What do you say?" said Shark Wizard with a giggle. Soon egg after egg flew down the marble run, each one landing softly within the Easter Bunny's basket. That was until the last egg, a large white chocolate one, fell off the final piece of the marble run and instead of clearing the gate, hit the sleeping troll in the head. The troll snorted, shifted slightly, then let out a long, thunderous yawn. His eyelids fluttered, opening slowly, and at that moment everyone froze. He then saw the Easter Bunny, with his egg basket filled on the other side of the gate, turn on his heels and hop away with his eggs.
"Who's been helping that pesky bunny?"
he roared as he stood up and broke part of the marble run. This angered the troll, who then started smashing up the rest of the marble run.
"Someone's woken up on the wrong side of the bed,"
said Snaky, looking a little panicked. The demolition continued. Parts of the marble run were falling all around.
"When I find out who built this marble run to help that trespassing rabbit, I'll eat them. No one crosses my bridge, and no one helps those that cross my bridge after I've already punished them."
"We need a plan," said Milo, yanking VinVin's arm to take him out of his frozen daze.
I got it.
Said Vin.
Three, really, really far.
"I don't think he's going to listen to a story, VinVin,"
whimpered Snaky.
We need a goat.
Replied Vin at Shark Wizard. "Right you are, Vin. Stand back. I've got one in mind." Then raising his wand, Shark Wizard chanted, "Send me a kid, big and bad, one that's ferocious. Send me Vlad." In a puff of smoke, a large goat appeared. "What is going on here?" said the goat. "Ah, Vlad, me old buddy, we've got a bit of a troll situation going on," said Shark Wizard, as more of the final parts of the marble run smashed to the ground. They now had the troll's attention.
"Who's that meddling over there?"
he bellowed as he stepped towards the group.
"I have come to take you down, smelly troll,"
stomped Vlad the goat as his hooves hit the soft ground. The boys and Shark Wizard stepped back, mouths gaped open as they watched Vlad charge at the troll. Then crash! The horns of the almighty goat bashed the oncoming troll right in the tummy. The troll flew through the air, smashing through the gates, that he'd been guarding before. Everyone clapped. The troll, feeling embarrassed, up and ran off, and the day was saved. Vin and Milo gave Vlad chin strokes, and the Easter Bunny came bouncing back in.
Thank you so very much. I've made my Easter deliveries now, all. Thank you.
How did that so fast?
Asked Vin.
It's just magic.
Winked the Easter Bunny.
Vin, it's that time again. I can hear thunder and lightning,
interrupted Snaky Snake.
Aww.
Sighed Vin.
How we get back?
I'll show you one of my rabbit holes,
replied the Easter Bunny, and led the group to a nearby hole.
Slide down there and you'll be back at home again. Thanks ever so much for your help.
And with that, everyone said bye and hugged. Vin and Snaky Snake slid down the rabbit hole, and the world began to shift again, until the bright light shone into Vin's squinting eyes, and once again he was back in bed, waking up to the sight of his mummy and daddy sat at the end of his bed, waiting eagerly for their smart toddler to arrive.
The end.